Hello, good morning, and welcome into the Vegas Square Morning Show, guys. It is Wednesday, October 2nd, and we are live from Las Vegas, Nevada on 12-ounce Sports and Dingo TV, channel 217. Happy to have you in, or if you're catching the replay, happy you guys are checking it out. No Mush today. I know he's taking his rightful throne usually on Wednesday and Thursday mornings, but no Mush today. Do make sure you catch him on the Vegas Square Gambling Show each and every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time, guys. And follow all things Vegas Square on X at Vegas Square TV. I am your host, Aaron Crouch. As you can see, my handle is at Vegas Square Host. And, of course, the producer will join us on the other segment. Guys, we're going to talk about some early thoughts from Sin City here. I know we get to it every morning. This one I kind of struggled with. There's a lot of things going on, but nothing's really grabbing my attention this morning. So maybe I'm reaching for this one a little bit, and maybe I'm trying to formulate something that everyone else is talking about and make it a problem, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell right now, but I guess a big question should be the Miami Dolphins. You know, so many things are going wrong right now, which is unfortunate because they had high hopes, Super Bowl aspirations at the beginning of this season. But you look at their team as a foundation, and it's, I don't want to say plagued, but it's filled with talented guys who, you know, maybe have some egos, Tyreek Hill, oft injured quarterbacks, and a coach who just wants to be everybody's friend. You know, you have Mike McDaniel up at the top, just trying to be buddies with everybody, trying to be the cool kid, kind of looks like the nerd. He doesn't really want to be a coach, doesn't really want to be a leader. I know I've kind of slandered him a little bit, talking about, you know, his comments post game, obviously after the Tua injury, like, just, Mike, you got to take a stand here. You've got to lead this team. Mike, you cannot be buddies with everybody on this team. Tyreek Hill, we know with the situation with the police right before the game, we don't have any more information about that. I'm kind of curious as to if there's any updates regarding this situation, because Tyreek said he was going to work with, you know, the community against bad policing, and, you know, he's going to sue the police department. And I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but it feels like the story just got swept right under the rug. Like, was he just looking for attention in this spot? Is he going to sue the city? I don't know. We'll see. But the problem is on the field, nothing is going right for the Dolphins. So I have to look at this team and wonder, is it time to blow it up? The trade deadline's, you know, coming soon. Are there any real quarterback possibilities? I know they kicked the tires on Cam Newton. There's been talk of a Bryce Young deal, which I think now more than ever, the Panthers would not want to get rid of him. But who's out there? Who's out there to play quarterback for you right now that can save your season? It wasn't Snoop Huntley. It's not Skylar Thompson. You let Mike White go. That might have been a viable option. Joe Flacco's already on another team. So who's out there to play quarterback for you? Is this a lost season? I mean, when is Tua coming back? We have really little to no update on that. But the AFC East is obviously competitive. I know the Jets lost this week, the Patriots, LOL, but the Bills are 3-1. The Jets are 2-2. And correct me if I'm wrong, the Dolphins are 1-3 or 0-4. I think they're 1-3. Yeah, they're 1-3. They beat the Jags week 1. But what do you guys think? You know, is it time to blow this up? Are we acting too quickly? Is Mike McDaniel a good coach, or is he just everyone's, you know, buddy who likes to hang around and be part of the cool kids clan? I think it's the latter. I think it's time to blow this up. I think it's time to revisit what you have here. I know you just signed Tua to a big deal. Big deal. figure it out, draft a quarterback. This guy, you put $200+ million in a guy who at the time had 2 concussions and now has 3. So you have nobody to blame but yourself in this spot if you're the Dolphins and your owner, Steve Ross. Maybe Tom Brady will come out of the booth. I highly doubt it. He's getting paid a king's ransom to talk football. I mean, that's the life. So I don't know. For me, I think it's time to blow it up if I'm the Dolphins. But what are your thoughts? I want to talk to you guys. Give us the comments, post on Twitter, comment on Twitter. We'll have this up as a reel too. But, I want to hear, is it in a world where we are quick to make judgments, I try not to. I try to let things marinate a little bit, but this one I don't buy. I'm going to jump headfirst into the blow it up train. Wow, that's weirdly said. But that's my early thoughts from Sin City, guys. Make sure you stick and stay. We're going to take a quick commercial break. On the other side, the producer will join me. We're gonna have a recap of the wild card day ones. 3 road teams get victories, and Davante Adams, is he on the move? And plus, we have a new Heisman favorite, guys. It's the Vegas Square Morning Show here on 12 Ounce Sports. Stick and stay, guys. We will be right back in just a couple of minutes.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them. Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag. Visit the sportsbook. Click on your bet and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you
For years, we've connected fans to the game. But just like athletes and leagues, we must evolve and grow. This fall, 12 Ounce Sports is taking our game to the next level. Montana, we'll see you in October.
All right, and welcome back in here to the Vegas Square Morning Show, guys. I'm your host, Aaron Crouch. You can find me on X at Vegas Square Host, and we bring in the producer, as always, when it's not a mush day. You can find him at Michael Carvelis. It is Michael Carvelis, the producer, guys. But first, we want to talk to you about mybookie.ag, guys. You see him right up here in the corner. Mybookie.ag is the name in online sports books, guys. When you want to sign up for the best first-time deposit bonus, make sure you use promo code 12OZSports. You guys see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen. It's right behind Mike's big old dome. That is the promo code to get up to a $1,000 first-time deposit bonus when you sign up for an account at mybookie.ag. And if you're looking to beat the books, first and foremost, don't forget the Vegas Square Gambling Show, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific. Did we have a winning week this week, Mike?
Lost 26 lost 26 as a team in terms of our $1,000 bankroll, but I think the record won. So it depends how much units you bet.
Yeah, we got pretty close. I think we got pretty close to our first winning week. But, if that's the case, then you can just fade us and still win too, right? Isn't that how that works? But the 12-ounce Best Bet subscription service is $5.99 a month or $60 for the year. Guys, if you want to get all the plays from Philly Pete and the Gamble Guy and DFS lineups from Greg, the Sports Stance, guys, they're wins. I mean, Gamble Guy's hot. He posts it. He keeps it on record. It's only $60 for the year, guys. Like I said, you spend more than that in the VIG. Make sure that you get hooked up with our subscription service. Let's look at that. Yeah, Sammy Action. What's up, Sammy Action? We'll see you guys on Thursday. Maybe Miami can trade for Adams so fans can rate who runs the best routes. I mean, the talent is not a question with Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, Devin Achane, even, the mileage of Raheem Mostert. Like, the talent is definitely there. We're not doubting that, correct? But, I mean, they're not built fundamentally to win. Their offensive line is not great. Their defense is not very good, which has been better than advertised in recent years, which may have led to Miami's, a little bit of their success under Mike McDaniels.
So it's just like Zerloin. It's Devon Achane and not Devin Achane, whatever you just called him. So Devon Achane.
I don't give a damn.
I'm just saying. I don't want to look totally foolish. But anyways, my thoughts on your early thoughts on Sin City. Mike McDaniel might be being exposed as a Tua product. See the numbers without Tua. It's pretty gross. People don't like Tua, but I'm just saying.
Let's look at the alternates. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying, but I mean, let's not act like Tua is Tom Brady. But Tua is a better quarterback than the other things they've put on the field.
He's way better, and no one gives him. Everyone says he's a system of Tyreek Hill and a system of Mike McDaniel. That's a lie at this point. The numbers have backed it up multiple times. This offense is awful. Skylar Thompson and Tyler Huntley look better in Baltimore than he has in Miami.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He just got signed off the practice squad. He doesn't know the playbook. I think things will get better this week for him. I agree. Do I think they're a quality team without Tua? No, I don't think they're really a quality team with Tua. That's not a knock on Tua. Do I think Tua's a top 5 quarterback? Absolutely not. Do I think Tua's head and shoulders over everything else that has put on a Dolphins uniform in the last 3 years? 100%. Those aren't mutually exclusive things. Tua is.
But Mike there's been other coaches that have made it work with less. Or about the
every
same.
situation's different, Mike. I mean, there's a guy in New England that made a 6th-round pick into a Hall of Famer. There's a guy in Indianapolis that won a Super Bowl and went to another with a 1st-round pick. A top overall pick. Every situation is different. Phillip Rivers in the right situation could have been the GOAT. I'm just throwing things in here. Tua is in a good situation, but not physically. He keeps getting hurt. Tua is a good quarterback. This is a good playoff team with him. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team with him. Same the way I feel about the Ravens. Lamar Jackson's a phenomenal athlete. As a quarterback, he's pretty good. But every situation could be different here. If Patrick Mahomes is in Seattle, things could be different. I could go on and on. Situationally, I don't know how to feel about Mike McDaniel. The thing that just really ticks me off about Mike McDaniel, I just don't like this vibe that he tries to be everybody's best friend. I don't like it.
So I will say that,
I said he's not funny either.
Well, I don't think. I know you said, don't be quick to judgment. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Dolphins should blow it up if Tua comes back because there is talks that he probably wants to. Which I've said I think he will. I don't think I see a 28-year-old throwing away his career. I don't care what the reaction to concussions are. People need to shut up and let him make a decision. I think you should not blow it up. Tua has shown when he's healthy, he's done a good job. Joe Burrow gets all the passes, but Tua can't get a pass when he gets concussed. I don't get it.
Tua is not the blow up part of this situation. I think you're locked into Waddle, who's another injury problem, but you're not necessarily locked into Tyreek Hill anymore. And it's cool. Everything's sunshine and rainbows when you have a good team and you add this dynamic wide receiver. But when you don't have a good team, then this dynamic wide receiver starts throwing temper tantrums on the sidelines. We saw it. We saw it on Monday night.
If they have a defense, I think Dolphins could be way better than what they have been. The problem is they invest so much money.
Wouldn't $30 million go a lot farther on the defense than it would with Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, which is, I mean, like Tyreek Hill trade topic might be a time for another day, but because they were doing Davante Adams, obviously. But I do think Tyreek Hill, they should let him off because he's talking about retiring and being a Twitch streamer like a year or two ago. So I'm going to put a nail in his coffin pretty soon here.
If my memory serves me, I think he said he would retire at 32, but I don't remember that whole situation. But yeah, when I say blow it up, I think Tua. What's the running back's name?
Devon Achane.
There you go. Tua, Devon, Waddle. I think that's your base, but you got to get some better linemen. You've got on both sides of the ball.
Agreed.
Obviously, your defense needs to improve. I mean, you're not in an easy division. You know, you thought, when Tom Brady leaves, this division's up for grabs. Well, the Bills just rightfully took it like right away. I mean, they had Josh Allen. Right. They got everything set up. Again, I think Tua should retire. I don't think he will retire, but those are two different conversations. I can think whatever I want, but I'm not going to press my belief on him. But yeah, I think that when I say blow it up, it's really just get rid of Tyreek Hill. I guess that's it.
Well, I think that would be help financially for sure, but I've also heard that he's a lot of bonus, and so they don't really owe him as much as people think they do. So I don't know. It's weird.
I know the Chiefs need a wide receiver. Maybe we can reunite things. We'll see. We've got a lot of time before the trade deadline, guys. Let's talk some baseball here real quick. The MLB playoffs are underway yesterday, and just like last year, dogs are barking. Road dogs are barking. 3-1 straight up. The only loss being the Braves, who had to go all the way from east to west, and they got shut out. But let's talk about this. Tariq Skubal, another just gem, blanking the Astros. Tigers win 3-1. The Astros don't even get that run until the last inning. Detroit leading the series 1-0, going for the closeout today. The Astros, we kind of, they were ho-hum kind of all year here, and then we find them winning the division, no big deal. But they find themselves in a bit of a hole here with one of their aces already used up.
Yeah, I know. Like the guy yesterday who didn't do a great job for their ace, but I'll say this though for the shout out to the Rome show because I haven't paid attention to baseball. You never know who's going to be good until the postseason. And he made this point as a baseball coach at like the D2 or D3 level in college. He said Detroit. He said like a couple weeks ago, Detroit Tigers, San Diego Padres, and New York Mets are going to get hot. No one wants to play them in the postseason. Lo and behold, I think those are the three teams that won yesterday. They were underdogs. So,
yeah, I was shocked. We'll move on here to the Royals and Orioles. Again, we talked about this last year. The road teams, how do they have such a competitive advantage in these games? Last year, the Dodgers almost got swept out of the playoffs, losing, home game. It's a weird spot here for me. But Royals win 1-0 on the back of Lucas. I will butcher another name. Lucas Urseg's complete game shutout. I mean,
that's rare in baseball.
Another incredible complete game and a shutout are both rare. The Orioles find themselves in a hole. The dreaded the AL East, another juggernaut type division. Get zeros on the board. It's kind of funny to see that. I don't know that you're putting these home teams in dire straits like right away, like in the desperate positions. Do you like the best of threes here?
I love it for wild card because I do think I think baseball is such a hot and cold sport. You have to get. I mean, one game for a team to just get destroyed, loses a higher seed is not really. I don't want to call it not fair because you should always be at your best. But baseball is such a hot and cold sport. I love the 3-game wild card series.
Yeah, we move on to this Mets team. You talk about shout out to Rome. He said the Mets were going to get hot. There's a chance they could sweep this and take this right after the doubleheader they played yesterday. I mean, they played a doubleheader yesterday. Now I know they didn't give a ton of effort in game 2, but still they had to play a doubleheader, travel up to Milwaukee. They were down 4-3, I think in like the 4th or 5th inning. And then they just offensive surge to take the 8-4 lead, hold on for an 8-4 victory here, go up 1-0.
Yeah, and Rome also, Coach Rome made a great point about on the Brewers for like the last 6 or 7 years. They've been right on the cusp and haven't broken through, even though they have a new manager this year. I know that, but Brewers are choking again.
Yeah, good thing we didn't have the mush on today. We may have had him on suicide watch for that one. I know he's a big Brewers guy. In the last game, Padres 4-0 over the Braves. Like I said, this one is not super shocking. The Braves had to play both of those games doubleheader. They had to play them as must-wins. So a little bit different than the Mets situation. Come out, Tatis 2-run dinger in the top or the bottom of the first. Probably deflated everything that the Braves could have even mustered up as momentum from the day before. But yeah, Padres get the win 4-0. Slam Diego is living up to its name.
I haven't seen your free bet of the day. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but I like Max Fried tonight. I don't know who the other pitcher is for the Padres tonight. Yeah, and I don't know who that is, but I do know Max Fried is a tried and true Braves pitcher, so I'm going to go with the Braves money line tonight. I'm not even sure what the line is. Interesting
that you could argue that with all of the pitchers that San Diego has, Joe Musgrove has been the best one this year. So it'll be interesting. I'm not saying I don't like Atlanta, but it will be interesting. I will be interesting to see on the betting slate how many of these home teams can get back in this. Otherwise, their season's over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's talk Davante Adams here for a little bit. It seems that he has played his last game in a Raider uniform. This trade, which is now looking like a colossal failure, not necessarily just for the Raiders, but remember, Davante wanted to get paid by the Packers, and they said, thanks, but no thanks. We can move on without you. And to an extent, they're thriving, when Jordan Love is healthy. And the Raiders really got nothing, in my opinion. I know statistically he had 2 good seasons, but they got nothing out of it from a franchise value from the Davante Adams trade. It's looking more and more. We paid all these receivers, all these high-end quality receivers. They don't do anything for your team for Super Bowls. I don't know how many times we have to say it. It's starting to show that it's true. $30 million receivers do not translate to Lombardi trophies. But Davante's on the move. There's a lot of talk about a few different destinations. The Jets seem to be a front runner. I know the Jets will chase every treat that's in front of them like a dog. But I like think where do you think he's going to end up? And then if it's not involved if it's not one of your answers, where are 3 places you'd like to see him end up?
Well, you said where do I think he ends up? I think Vegas has the betting favorite somewhere. Wherever you can get that is the Jets because of the Aaron Rodgers connection.
Right.
Didn't make my list of where I want or where I think is best for him. So 2 of these are where I think is best for him. One of them is just because I'm a fan of a team. But since you asked, let's give all 3, right?
Yeah. Let me hear your wanted destinations, I guess.
All right, wanted / Davante, you're welcome destinations here. Chiefs is a layup. Obviously Tyreek Hill would be nice for Kansas City, but for the Davante Adams situation, I'll lay something out there for Davante. Besides Andy Reid and Mahomes, I think Mahomes is better than prime Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
and I'm a big Rodgers guy, but I'm not going to act like Mahomes is not special. So I think if I want to go back, if I still think I have something left in the tank, I'm going to Mahomes. But another one, Colts, because and hear me out here.
Honorable mention.
When I say Colts, Michael Pittman Jr. is unreliable as far as we've seen so far. Josh Downs is a slot guy, a very good slot guy, but just a slot guy. And Alec Pierce is only a deep threat. So give me Davante and see what Shane Steichen can do and see if it unlocks AR5 even more or unlocks him, I guess, for the first time. And then one I don't think people are going to think of, and I didn't see it on your list. I'm going to save this last one because I know you have like 3 strange teams that I did not see coming from you. So go and then I'll give you my third one in a minute.
All right. I think Washington, after a 3-1 start and probably missing out, I don't know the whole Brandon Ayuk speculation. But a guy like this comes on the block for Jaden Daniels. I think you got to figure out a way to maybe fire off 3 or 4 seconds. I mean, Christian McCaffrey went for seconds and thirds. I think Davante can probably fetch something similar. So my team, I think he'll go to. I think Washington's a sleeper to go try to get Davante Adams to pair him with Terry McLaurin, and of course a 3-1 start in the division. The 3 places I'd like to see him play. These are in no particular order, but I will start with the LA Chargers. They have peanuts in the cupboard with regards to wide receivers. Quentin Johnson actually is surprisingly having a pretty good season for how poorly he played last year. But I would like to see Justin Herbert get a weapon. Keenan Allen was good, not great. Mike Williams couldn't get on the field for more than 3 quarters. Davante would be fun. However, I can't see the Raiders trading him in the division. So it's more of a fun prospect. Atlanta. I'd love to further my narrative of the Kirk Cousins MVP, comeback player of the year, Super Bowl champ. All those that I'd like to continue further that narrative. And Davante Adams. Imagine Davante, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. I mean, God, how many more weapons does Atlanta need before they realize? And then the last one, I'd love to see him paired with Justin Jefferson. Trade him back into the NFC North. Let him face the Packers, well, one more time because they already played each other. But trade him back in the NFC North. Pair him with Justin Jefferson. Wait, Sam Darnold, all the toys in his toy box. That'd be a fun one to see.
Yeah, forget Jordan Addison at that point. My
I totally forgot about Jordan Addison. Three-headed monster right there.
You can talk about Sammy's comment, then I can get my third one.
I thought about the Saints here in this spot.
Yes.
I thought about Pittsburgh too. George Pickens is there, and Justin Fields can't even get him the ball. How are you going to get Davante Adams the ball?
Yeah, and as far as your Chargers one, that was more of a Ravens deal for me because Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman like to run the ball so much. I didn't see Chargers as a thing.
Well, let's be honest here. At this point, they don't have anybody to throw the ball to.
I don't know if I'm frozen or if my audio is coming through.
You're a little behind on your audio to video. Yeah, you're a little behind.
It's a shame. Well, I was going to say Bills because I think he's better for the locker room than Stephon Diggs, but I'm not sure if I'm even coming through right now. So I'm going to go Bills. Sorry, people.
Yeah, everything came through. I don't know if you can hear me, but everything came through. It's just a little behind your lip.
I can hear you. I know my connection's crapping itself.
Yeah, I mean, you got your point across. I don't know if I'm the Bills if I want another diva wide receiver coming in this room. Everything seems to be going okay right now if I'm the Bills.
He's not diva. Stop that.
Well, we're literally talking about him demanding trades. So, all right, let's take actually, let me get to this real quick. Jalen Milroe for Heisman. He's now currently the betting favorite at plus 200. Preseason, when we did the Vegas Square Gambling Show, he was my Heisman guy. So I'm kind of happy to further that narrative. We'll probably talk about him a little bit more tomorrow too as we preview college football. But we'll take a quick commercial break here, guys. We'll talk about my bookie, and we'll be back with the free bet of the day. It's the Vegas Square Morning Show live on 12 Ounce Sports.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money. And we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sports book, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
Guys, and don't forget about that promo code for MyBookie, 12 Ounce Sports, all caps, no spaces. We won the free bet yesterday with the yes run in the first inning. Thank you, Fernando Tatis Jr., for your big fly. All right, guys, it is the free bet of the day here. We're going back to baseball. Going to that KC Orioles game. I don't think the Orioles are going to get shut out again. Seth Lugo has been a very average to below average pitcher the second half of the season. I'm going Seth Lugo over 1.5 runs allowed at minus 155 in that Royals game, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. We got baseball on all day. And tomorrow we get football. We'll be back previewing the Thursday night football game and, of course, some college football guys. For Michael Carvelis, I'm Aaron Crouch saying enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.